Hari Om to everyone. Let's start today's Gita contemplation. Before I start, can I have a volunteer to chant the shloka? Okay, Snigdha. Um, so close your eyes and chant I'll chant one line and repeat after me. Everybody can do the same as Snigdha and stay on mute. Okay, close your eyes, sit straight, put your hands in Namaste and chant along. Om Ya niśhā sarva-bhūtānāṁ
Ya niśhā sarva-bhūtānāṁ
tasyam jagarti
tasyam jagarti
samyami yasyam jagrati bhūtāni sa niśhā pashyato munehe. Let's repeat once more. Ya niśhā sarva-bhūtānāṁ
sarva-bhūtānāṁ
tasyam jagarti samyami yasyam jagrati bhūtāni sa niśhā pashyato munehe. Thank you, Snigdha. So, what does this shloka mean? Before I continue, I'll narrate a short story. Long ago, there was an old grandma. She was happy, but she had two daughters, and one daughter was married to an umbrella vendor, and one was married to a noodle vendor. But once her daughters got married, she would cry every day. But why would she cry? So when it would start raining, she would be sad because her younger daughter, who is married to the noodle vendor, wouldn't be happy. But why wouldn't she be happy? Because the noodle vendor, the husband of the younger daughter, needed to dry the noodles under the sun. And when it would rain, she wouldn't be able to make any money. So the old grandma would think about her younger daughter, who would be very sad because it was raining. But when it would stop raining and when it was nice and sunny, she would think about her older daughter, who is married to an umbrella vendor. And he wouldn't be happy because he couldn't make money selling umbrellas because it was sunny. So every day she would be sad. She would cry every day. Because one day when it was sunny, she would think about her older daughter, who was married to the umbrella vendor. And when it was not sunny, when it was raining nice and heavy, she would think about her younger daughter, who would not be able to dry her noodles under the sun. So like this, she would cry every day. And as a joke, her rude neighbors called her the crying old lady. Because she would cry every day, no matter what would be happening. Even if it was raining, she would be crying. Even if it was sunny, she would be crying. So one day, as she was crying and thinking about her older daughter, a monk came and saw her, and he was confused. Why was this lady always crying? He came and asked her, "What happened, old lady?" And this old lady explained her situation. She told, when it's raining, my younger daughter is not happy, and when it's sunny, my older daughter is not happy. And this monk saw her situation and they came with a simple solution. He told, just think about your older daughter when it's raining, and think about your younger daughter when it's not raining. So now when it was raining, she think about how her older daughter would be selling umbrellas in the rain, and how she would be happy and with her husband. And when it was sunny, she would think about her younger daughter who was drying the noodles under the sun. Now she was always happy. She would always be laughing and always be smiling. And from the crying lady, she became the smiling lady. Everyone saw she, no matter what the weather was, she was always smiling. So people were confused. What happened? So she told them, them what the monk told her. It's all about perspective. It's all about how we look at life. So what does this story mean? How is it related to the shloka? So what all beings consider as day is the night of ignorance for the wise. So the story is a metaphor. So let's say there are two people. There is one person who has all the riches of life, all the objects. He has a big house, he has a big car, he has a lot of money. And there's another person who doesn't have a big house. He has a small house, he has a small family, he has a small car, but he is content. But the rich guy has a lot of things to take care of and he's always stressed. So who do you think is happy from the outside? You would think that the rich guy with the big house and the big car is happy. But if you look closely, the person with the small house and the small family was always happy because he never had things to worry about, unlike the rich guy. So this is basically what Krishna is saying in the shloka. What we consider as what people normally consider as like something that's awesome or really good, like a lot of money and a lot of riches, is actually the night. So that's actually bad for us. It gives us a lot of worries and stress. But what people consider as bad, like a small house and a poor life, we consider that as bad. But that is actually when we don't have things that we are attached to, that's when we're truly happy. And that's exactly what Krishna is saying here. So what we consider as day is actually night when you look at it, and what is night is actually day. So that's what Krishna is saying in the shloka. So we always have to look at things in a different perspective. Instead of always being sad about something or looking at something as gloomy, we should always think about the other side of the coin. There are always two sides of a coin, right? So we should always look at the other side and always think about the other perspective. Okay. Does anyone have any shloka? I mean, any questions related to the shloka or the story? You can raise your hand or speak up. Snigdha? Yes, Snigdha, go on.
Can you repeat like what were you saying again? I couldn't hear properly.
The story?
Not the story, like what were you explaining about the meaning of the shloka?
So basically, like I gave the example of two people. One who has everything what you might consider as good in life, like a big house, a big car, and all the money in life. But there's another person who has a small car, a small house, but he's not worried because he doesn't have all of these things to take care of. But the other rich person has all of these things to take care of, and he's always worried on what to do next and what should I buy next. So when we think about the, yeah, sorry. So I was just saying, so what people might actually consider as good, like money or a big car or a big house, isn't actually what gives us happiness. What gives us happiness is when we have a simple life and when we're not too attached to anything. So that's what they're saying about day and night. So what we think that is real happiness, that's day, is actually the night. And what we consider as night, which is bad or really sad, that is what is day for someone who actually has realized what is important in life. That's what this shloka essentially means. Sneha, did you get that?
Yes, yes, Ji.
Yeah. Anyone has any other questions? Okay. Can we go in rounds and everyone share what they understood? Megha, could you go? Share anything you understood, anything from a short line from the story or from the shloka.
Now, from the can I share it from the story?
Yeah, sure.
Now, the lady who was always crying when it was raining or when it was sunny, and everyone was teasing her. It was actually she was not a jnani, she was a jnani, so she didn't know anything, and so she went on crying, and it was night for her. And when the lady came to know that, when that man told her about that she has to do this, and he recommended a solution, she was in daytime and she was always happy.
Yeah. Thank you, Megha. Thank you. Yashita, appreciate.
We should always think ahead and be positive.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Raghavi.
Yeah, so I understood that every situation in life depends on the perspective in which you look at it. So anything negative happening in your life, if you just change your perspective, it'll ultimately look more positive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you, Raghavi. Shreyas?
Can I tell from the story actually?
Yeah, no problem.
So as I said, the lady saw what negative things she had. If it was raining, it was bad for her younger daughter. She was seeing only the negative things. But while for her older daughter, it was raining, so the umbrella business was going up. She didn't see that. She was only seeing the negative things.
Yeah.
But when the sage said, like the old man said, that you should always see the positive things instead of negative. So she understood that when it's raining, I should see for my older daughter, and when it's very sunny, I'll see for my younger daughter. So like that, from negative thoughts, she increased her thinking level into positive thoughts.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Shreyas. Thank you. Vidisha?
Yeah, so what I understood is that, so the old lady, she was only seeing the negative part. She was not seeing the positive part at all. She was only seeing how how the business was not happening for the younger daughter in while it was raining, and for the elder daughter when it was very sunny. So she was seeing only the negative parts, while everybody started to believe her, because every time a day it was a negative part, at night also it was a negative part, rainy day, sunny day, every time it was a negative part.
Yeah.
So that's why the saint or the sage came and told her that always see the positive part. That will give you much. In life always there is ups and downs always happen. So you should always see whatever is good for you.
Yeah.
So then she came to know that, okay, you should always see the positive side, where in the rainy day the elder daughter will get the much business, and when it's not raining, the younger daughter will get much business.
Yeah. Thank you, Vidisha. Akshat?
Yeah, I actually understood that we should always think positively.
Yeah.
And if suppose we think negatively, we should not continue it.
Yeah.
And also that I could understand that if you are having more things or stuff to take care of, you will be having stress. So you should keep things how much ever is needed.
Yeah. Exactly. Thank you, Akshat. Thank you.
That's what I understood.
Very true. Yeah. Ramakrishna?
What I understood is nothing can be done when we are crying. That lady, the crying lady was always crying. When we cry, nothing would happen easily. So I understood that we should not cry and we should be brave in front of if it's negative or positive.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Ramakrishna. Snigdha?
Yeah, so what I understood is that crying is not the solution, because if you cry, you'll not lead to anything, but you'll always be crying. So instead of crying, you can think of a solution to your problem. So only when the monk came to the old lady, then only she got to know her solution. But actually, you yourself is like able to get the solution. It's not depend on somebody else to find your solution.
Right.
This is what I understood. And also, you should always be thinking about the positive side.
Yeah.
You should never think about the negative side, or else it'll always make you sad, and if you don't forget it, you'll always be sad. But if you think about the positive side, you'll always be happy and content. That's what I understood.
So, thank you, Snigdha. Advik, would you like to share?
I couldn't understand anything.
Okay. You can ask questions if you're confused.
What's that?
You can ask me any questions for anything you don't understand.
No, sir. I don't know, sir.
Okay, I can shortly briefly explain. So basically, the shloka is telling us that when what we consider to be really valuable or really good in life, which are objects or other things in life, that's not what really is important. But people who actually understand what is important in life know that living a simple life is what is helpful and important. And that's how I related the story of the old lady. So she looked at her daughter's situation in a different perspective, right? That's the correlation. Advik, did you get that?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. It's no problem. You can just think about this, and you can watch the recording again, and you can share it another time. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Amuk, would you like to share?
Yes, Nitya. Like in our lives, it's the way we look, from the perspective from which we look. If we consider ourselves as bad, it will be bad only. And if we consider ourselves as good, in a good perspective, we'll always be good. Like the example of like how the granny thought about her daughter at different time periods when it rained and when it was sunny. So we can also like get from that as our life also depends on what perspective we look in.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Pramuk. What he said was really true. Anvi, would you like to share? Anvi, are you there? Okay, I don't think Anvi is there.
Then I have something to share. So one of the point that came up is having more stuff is not necessarily it can be stressful, right? So now I'll ask a question. Imagine you are Prime Minister Modi. Okay, now all of you imagine you are the Prime Minister Modi. Now you have to take care of such a large country, right? India is such a big country. So many people, so many places, so many things to take care of, forest, animals, water, so many things, isn't it? Now, do we see him as stressed? Do we see him as getting worried? So then does it mean that having more things is naturally going to lead to worry? So then how do we understand this? What is probably making him feel relaxed, though he is taking care of such a large country with so many things? What may be the reason? Yes, Raghavi.
He would be looking at that as at a different perspective. Instead of looking at it as such a big country to manage, he would just be thinking of how better to manage the country.
Excellent. Very nice. So you're saying he is looking at constantly how to better manage, how to improve the country, how to make the country great. Very nice. Excellent. Yes, Snigdha.
So he won't have any like pressure because like he's taking it easy. He's like giving some break. He's not putting them all together. He's not like whatever work he has to do, he's not putting so much pressure on it. Instead, he's enjoying his work and he's not putting that much stress. That's why he's not worried. He's giving some break or some 5 minutes gap in between. So his mind, his body is relaxed. So he doesn't get any pressure or stress.
So you think he's taking short breaks in between his work? But
Yeah, not sure, but you should actually do that so you don't get any like pressure or stress or anything like that.
So what you are saying is even if you have a lot of things, if you are able to take breaks, you can be happy, is what you are saying.
I'm saying that is the way to like not make you stressed and all stuff. And also you should enjoy your work.
Okay, very nice. Enjoy your work. Very nice point. Okay. Yes,
And
Megha.
also,
Yeah, Pramukh. You go ahead and then I'll have Megha say.
he's also not overthinking about it a lot. If like someone overthinks about something, their possession, about a lot of things, a lot of like factors of the outcome. If someone thinks about it so much so, then they'll put under a lot of stress and they'll have anxiety that their property might get stolen or might get copied.
So what you are saying is he is not really worried about outcome, but he's simply enjoying and he's doing his work.
No, like he's not overthinking about it too much.
He's not overthinking about it too much. Very nice. Very nice. Excellent. Yes, Megha.
Sir, he is going on doing his karma and not thinking about the fruit which he is going to get, and he is not attached to the country or anything like that. So whatever fruit he gets, like happy or sad, like COVID, coronavirus or anything, he will be going on finding solution for the problems.
Excellent. So you are essentially quoting the Bhagavad Gita Shloka. Karmanne vadikaraste. So what you are saying is Modi also is just doing his duty and not attached to the outcome or the fruit of his action. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, Snigdha.
So I wanted to add one more point. So if he's not like piling up some negative thoughts in his mind, he's not piling up like, oh, what if India gets destroyed, or what if somebody wants to steal India's money and all that stuff, or something might happen to my country, and he's not piling up all those negative thoughts. Instead, he's enjoying the way he's enjoying his job, and he's enjoying his job and not putting so much pressure in his mind.
Very nice. Excellent. Yes, Vidisha, go ahead.
Yeah, so what I want to tell is that, so Prime Minister is not somebody who is very great. Like how maybe our parents who work in the office, it's the same thing. He's just performing his duty towards the nation. Like how our parents are performing their duties towards the company. Like that, it's Narendra Modi's, it's his duty to be the Prime Minister.
Okay. But he has so many things to manage, right? Because one of the point that came up is many things can lead to stress. Is it true? That's why I'm asking this question.
It's not very so much. If you take it step by step, it doesn't lead to stress. If you enjoy your work and do it with full of joy, then it will not lead to stress.
Very nice. Very nice. Yes, Snigdha, you have one more point to add, is it?
Yeah. So like if you plan it accordingly, then only it'll be easy and there'll be no stress. That's what I wanted to say.
Very nice. So having a plan is important. Wonderful. Yes, Chita, you?
I think that he's concentrating on his job
Mm.
and he's not worried about the outcome.
Mm.
So if the outcome is bad, he'll try again.
Very nice. Excellent. Excellent. So he is able to accept both success and failure, right? Wonderful. Very nice. Yeah.
So I think instead of looking at it as such a big job that I have to take care of a billion people and I have to do this and that, I think he takes it one job at a time. So he looks at, oh, okay, I have this meeting, I have this problem to solve. So and then he, instead of looking at the bigger, the more the as a big problem, he solves it bit by bit instead of doing it as one big chunk.
Excellent. Excellent. So imagine all of you may be planning different things for your future, right? Some of you may want to be doctor, some of you may be engineer, some of you may be astronaut, some of you may be musician, whatever. Each one of you must be dreaming something. But let's assume, let's take as an example, you have to write some exam. And let's say the exam is after another 6 months. If you're constantly thinking of the exam, now, will you be able to study properly? You won't, right? Like that, even Narendra Modi, or for that matter, your parents, or you have to have a plan in life. When you have a plan, that helps you to move. But if you constantly keep thinking of the plan, then what will happen to the current moment when you need to work for that? Maybe let's say there is an exam. For that, after 6 months, you have to prepare today, right? So like that, you have to know how to focus on what is relevant. Excellent point, Aditya. Very good. So like that, I just wanted to bring out a question to all of you. Now, I brought out the question. Who gave the answer? Who gave different answers? I only asked the question. Who gave the answers? Each one of you had such wonderful answer, no? So see, I had to ask one question and I got so many answers. So now, because of my one question, I got so much of gift from all of you. So for me, this question is so precious. Because now I can get all the different answers from each one of you. Wonderful. Thank you all. Thank you, Aditya, for giving the opportunity. You can continue.
Okay. It's 8 o'clock. We'll end. Akshat?
Wait, we'll end the contemplation.
Okay.
Yeah. So that way